Hello Makale, welcome back to PathToExpert video series. For people who are new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also follow me in all the social platforms. Let's get into today's video.
It's day 10 and today we'll be seeing about dynamic rendering. In a normal process, a user will make a query in the browser and the browser will make a request to the server and the server will return an initial HTML and the JavaScript. And within the browser, everything will happen in client-side rendering. This is how most of single-page applications work. But if a crawler does this, there are high chances that it reads only the JavaScript and doesn't get any access to the actual contents. This will affect the indexing of the web pages and also the ranking. Googlebot, however, can render the pages and get the data, but still it's always safer to have a better solution, right? Because Google is not the only search engine and many search engines doesn't have a renderer to render JavaScript and index the data. This is when dynamic rendering comes as a savior. What is dynamic rendering? So we will have two set of web pages. One, when the user requests through a browser, the initial HTML and JavaScript is sent for client-side rendering. Two, if a crawler or a bot requests for the same page, we can differentiate whether it's a bot or it's based on the user agent and stuff. And if a crawler requests it, we will not directly send the HTML and JavaScript, but we will send it to a renderer. There are few renderers like Puppeteer or RenderTron which can be used for this purpose. So this HTML and JavaScript will be sent to the renderer. The page will be rendered within the renderer and the rendered HTML will be sent back to the crawler. This way, even if the crawler or the bot doesn't have a renderer, it gets a ready-made HTML which it can directly index and then directly rank your web page. This also helps Google because if you see our previous videos, Google has a separate queue for rendering. It gets the initial HTML and JavaScript and queues it in rendering queue and continues doing its own work. And it again comes back in the second wave and then index the page. But using this technique of dynamic rendering, we can also improve the indexing of Google as well. Say if your website deals with frequently changing data, even Google can't help you with updated data. It won't index the latest data quite soon. In these cases, dynamic rendering is the best solution possible. Tomorrow we will see how to add SEO to Next.js apps.
So that's it for the day Makale. Have a great day and see you all tomorrow.